So we say that where there is Krishna, there is victory. No doubt, because Krishna is God, right? Krishna is divine, is God. So where Krishna will be, victory will always be there. Because Krishna, he is God. He's never going, he will never take the side of adharma, right? He will always be on the side of dharma. And there's really logic. And if Krishna is on that side, no doubt victory is there. And you know well, Duryodhana and Arjun, they went to ask for help, right? But Duryodhana did not find it right to opt for Krishna. He took the divine army, but Arjun was wise enough to choose Krishna, to opt for Krishna, because he knew that if Krishna is with them, they can win the battle. Nothing wrong will happen to them if they have God with them. But the thing is, we have to understand something. God is always with us, no doubt. God created us. God is always with us. He loves us equally. Whether I can be a good person, I can be the most, let's say, the worst person, right, in terms of doing bad actions. But God will love me equally. If even the good one or the worst one, God will love us equally, because God is impartial, right? Now, what really punishes us is not God. What really gives us the, the good results, the goodness, the pleasures, the good things happening in our life, is not God. God does not give that. What gives us all these things, the bad things and the good things, is always the karma that we perform, right? So the Arjun or the Pandav, they were always doing the right thing. So that's why they were victorious. How you can prove that in this storyline, Mahabharata, God is impartial, Krishna is impartial. Because when Duryodhana and Arjun went to ask for help, Krishna never refused Duryodhana. In fact, Krishna helped, right? So God is always impartial, right? Remember that point of law of karma. So another topic what we can discuss in the Mahabharata is we are what we think, right? In Elsian proverbs, and we are what we eat. We are what we think. It is said that thoughts give power. Thoughts, our thinking, ce qui nous pensons, they give power. Let's say I think bad about someone. I always think bad, think bad, think bad. Bad will happen eventually. Parce que when I'm thinking, this is the vibration I'm emanating. This is the energy, negative energy I'm emanating. So negativity is bound to happen. Bad thing is bound to happen. If you keep on thinking good, right? If we keep on thinking good, good will happen automatically. C'est ça, we are what we think. So Duryodhana was arrogant, jealous, envious. He always wanted to harm the Pandava. He even disregarded the elders, Krishna. He wanted to capture Krishna also, right? Par contre, the Pandavas, very much contrary, that they had actually no enemy. Yudhishthir, was known as Ajata Shatru, right? Say their thoughts. How is it that in the same family, Kaurav and Pandav, in the same family line, they were living together at a certain time and then they separated, but they were living together. Upbringing, Lali, almost the same, right? But still there is such a huge difference in their thoughts, in their ways. C'est aussi quelque part because of the company they had. No? Duryodhan, he was always ill-advised by his uncle Shakuni, right? For Yudhishthir, he would always follow the advice of Krishna, of Bhishma, of his gurus and all. So the company that they had, Lipuna, an impact on them, will have an impact on their thoughts, right? And eventually this is what will happen at the end. Duryodhan, he was always thinking bad about others, especially about the Pandavas, right? So mainly because of the company they had, right? Come on, in Jatala, company, being in company of good people is a form of devotion. But Duryodhan was not among that. He was not following that. He was most of the time in the company of wrong people, right? And eventually this will add in the bad thoughts, thinking to kill, thinking to destroy the Pandavas and all, right? Accordingly, once someone asked Duryodhan, do you know someone who violates the principle of righteousness? This was asked to him. Duryodhan answered, everyone violates the principle of righteousness. Right? Now, on another occasion, the same person asked the Yudhishthir, is there anyone who is unrighteous in this world? Yudhishthir said, all persons are righteous. You see the difference? Instead of seeing the negative thing, we need to see the positive one. It's true that all people here, you too, we are not perfect. We have that righteousness, we have also that unrighteousness. Parfois nous cause menti, parfois nous colère. Tout ça là, c'est unrighteousness. We all have that. But instead of seeing the negative picture, why not seeing the positive one? C'est comme si on dit, nous peut vivre avec une personne. Arrivé un certain temps, tous les temps, nous pouvons dire, dis-moi là méchant, dis-moi là fait ça, fait l'autre, nous pas contents, bla bla and bla bla. Because we always see the negative thing in that person, the negative aspect of the person. Qui fait nous get the negative aspect of the person? Parce que we are ourselves negative. Nos thoughts, même les négatifs. Par contre, if I'm a positive person, même ça, des gens qui vivent avec moi là, les cas, the worst people in the world, I will still say the person is righteous. Parce que il n'est pas possible un démon sur la terre, il est méchant. Il n'est pas capable seulement méchant, only bad, right? If we are born as a human, we must be good as well. So we need to see the good side always, the right side always. Et c'est plutôt the thoughts hein, qui fait nous jusqu'à là-bas to decide the negative one ou bien the positive one. Almost all the actions, or not almost, sorry, all the actions originate in the thought, in the mind. Let's say, UPL pour lui. Okay, fait comme si UPL pour lui. Fine. Did you just got up from your chair right now and you walked towards Paul Louis? Or you thought maybe a moment earlier, a day earlier, 2 jours avant, n'importe quand, you thought on this day, at this time, I have to go to Port Louis. Ou bien, urgently, maintenant, you thought, I have to go to Port Louis. Then you go to Port Louis. Right? Everything originates in the mind in terms of thoughts. So the thoughts need to be good. The thoughts need to be good, yes, yeah, to be able to lead a righteous life, right? So let's see the question and answers. Can you please rejoin?